Hey, this is Diane from Teach Pre-K. Welcome to part 2 of my classroom setup. Right now I'm at home. I will be leaving for school in just a few minutes, but I wanted to just show you a couple of things that I am going to do once I get there. So my first video, I kind of showed how I use my furniture to set well-defined areas in my rather small classroom. Today I'm going to show you how I mark those areas, and I will leave a link to my center signs, and I have center tags as well that I'll show you in a minute to match. If you want those, just email me at teachprek101@gmail.com, teachprek101@gmail.com, and I will send you the file with those in them so you can make them how you want. But one thing I do to help mark my centers is I have little center signs that I have made, and these are free in my TPT store. There will be a link for these if you want them. But this one is for math. I don't have a Play-Doh center out all the time. Sometimes I change my sensory area into a Play-Doh area, and I actually change the signs and the necklaces for that. People have requested science. I don't have space in my classroom to always have a science center. I wish I did, but I love that. Dramatic play. Blocks, of course. Another person requested music. I don't have space for a music center, but that would be super fun if I did. I have a magnet board that's just a giant oil pan that I got at Walmart that I attached to the wall, but that's for magnets. I put this one, library by my bookshelf. This is for my literacy center, my sensory center, art, my writing center. And I made this up that you could use for science or really anything, STEM stuff, just kind of discovery. I could change my dramatic play area to a discovery area sometimes, because for dinosaurs and bugs, I put out some more discovery materials. But I've never used this one, but I really like it, and I think it has a couple of different uses that you can use in your classroom. So those come full sheet, but I've also, my freebie includes half sheets. Everything you saw in full sheet, you've got in a half sheet in case you don't have enough space. And I've never used these in my classroom, but I am thinking I'm going to this year. I'm going to bring this whole stack with me and see where I can maybe swap out a bigger sign for a smaller sign to just make the area a little bit more well-defined. And one thing that I do in my free choice centers for crowd control is I have 4 hooks at each free choice center, except for library and magnets. You can go over there anytime you want. But I have necklaces that the kids wear when they are at that center. And what I do is I've just made little signs, like little, kind of like name tag sized little placards or little cards, and I stick them together. These are printed and laminated. I'm going to stick them together so they're both sides, and then I get these name badge holders like you would get at a conference, and I just got these at probably Office Depot, but you can order them off of Amazon. I think these are 2x3. Okay, so each center, and I'm putting out all new ones this year, so I'm going to have to put those together. I'm sliding the cards that I've put back to back into this name badge holder, and it's kind of a tight fit. They Velcro together, which is great because sometimes I have water in my sensory bin. The kids are wearing a necklace. They go over, and these go into the water. And then I'm going to put a string around them. When I first started teaching, we had loads of this white cording. So that's what I used to use, but it got really disgusting, and I'd have to change it every few months. So now I use black cording that I just got from Amazon, and I thread it through the name badge holder. and then I knot the end. And like I said, email me and I can send you these too if you want to use this necklace system. So I will hang 4 of these in my dramatic play center on some hooks. When the kids come, they put the necklaces on. This is something we practice the first few weeks of school. When they leave, they hang them back up. I talk to them about this several times a week, every week from the beginning to end of school, the procedures that we use with the necklaces. If it gets really bad where they throw these on the floor, I just tell them, you know what? I'll give you one warning, but if a necklace is on the floor, I'm just going to take it. And then if there was 4 and one was on the floor and I took it, oh no. Oh, now only 3 people can play there. But then what if someone leaves a necklace on the floor? Oh no, now only 2, 1, and uh-oh. If we can't hang up our necklaces, we're just going to have to close that center for the day. And it just makes them be responsible for putting them on, taking them off when they leave that center or when they get called to a teacher center. And I know that sounds like that's a lot, but they get months and months to practice this before I ever come down on them for not hanging them up. So these are just another way that I define my centers as well. The kids can see these. They're visible in the center area for them to pick up and put on and wear while they are playing in that center. But I'm going to show you how I label the cubbies, the coat hooks, how I put their names on my alphabet line, and my, gosh, I think I changed about 6 bulletin boards after I set my furniture up last time, so I'll show you that. I'm going to set up some letter of the week and birthday things while I'm there, so you'll get to see how I do that as well. But I'm super excited to load all this stuff up and get to school so I can show you more. Have a good one. I'll see you in a bit. I was gathering my stuff up. I found something I forgot to show you. So what I also do with those center tags is I just always print and laminate a backup set so that if one gets lost or damaged or anything like that, which always happens, I have a backup that I can replace immediately. I have a stack of those name badge holders. I have a spool of that cording, so I'm always ready to go. Kids lose things, and one thing the kids do with these center tags is they'll hide them so that their friends can come and join them at the center when they're done with the teachers. That is a big no-no in my classroom, but they do it anyway. We just hope they don't get caught. And sometimes they hide them so well we don't find them again for a while. So always have backups to everything that you've got, and you'll be ready for anything. So, okay, I'll continue on in a minute. Here I am back at school, and gosh, I keep getting my fingers in the way of this thing, but I'm going to show you what I've done since I left, when I just kind of arranged my classroom with my furniture and set my areas how I wanted. Okay, so I've got my cubbies right as you walk in the door. And in one of my previous videos, I showed that I've got these little name strips that I made. I've got a little dinosaur theme going. So I have just placed these little cubby name strips where I think I'm going to want them. This is my morning preschool class. They are green. It's my little green bin over here because I like to color code everything. There's my purple bin, and here's my pre-K class. I have more kids, so more cubbies have names in them. I don't tape them down right away because people do a lot of last minute stuff, so I get last minute kids all the time, and I like to have it in alphabetical order by their first name. When I get kids later on in the year, I don't rearrange the whole thing. I just stick them where there's an empty cubby. So that is one thing I put up. I changed this bulletin board. I really liked this rainbow border. My alphabet wall is the same. You can see my art and writing center signs. I've had these up a couple of years. I have my new ones, which are the exact same, but I might just change them because I got a different printer and I think the color's a little bit brighter. But I've got my little buckets in all of my teacher-led centers with my hole punch, Sharpie, pen, Expo marker, and scissors. What I'll do today is I'll take a picture of my art supply shelf because I want to relabel everything. You can see some of my old labels right here. I might be doing some new containers and relabeling things. So I'll take a picture of that. I'm coming over here and I've got my 2 hooks for my necklaces for my writing center, so I'm gonna get that put up. I'll be setting up my writing center. Right now there's just some markers, colored pencils, empty paper trays, pencil trays, my marker trash. Yeah, it's totally full. I'm gonna bring that home and show you guys how to make really beautiful liquid watercolor out of markers. I have got my take-home folders ready for my aides to put the name strips on the folders, and the parents will get those on back to school night with my back to school information in them, and those will go in their backpacks for their work. Here's my math center with all my math manipulatives. I've got some shape posters that I always put on the wall. I'll put those out. I'm going to put a new sign for my math center up, and I'm going to take a picture of all my manipulatives so I can relabel that as well. We're coming over to dramatic play, and the sign looks pretty good. I might just replace it. Here's my 4 hooks for my 4 necklaces. I'll get those hung today. My block center table always kind of becomes my catch-all. I will take a picture of all my stuff in my block area so I can make new labels. And I'm looking here, I've got to make a list of what I need. I'm going to need another hook, and those are just done with the command strips. I'm going to take you back up here to my alphabet wall. So here is, well, this isn't really my alphabet wall, it's just my little alphabet. So here's my alphabet with lowercase letters and an animal that goes with the beginning sound of each letter. And I have all the kids' names. My pre-K kids outlined in purple, preschool in green, but I have all their names right above their first letter or below. I try to put all my preschool below, but I've got a million letter E's this year, so I couldn't quite do that with letter E. But tried to put the preschool, the green below, and the purple up top in there. One thing that I'll do, maybe not today, but on the back of this shelf where I have my puzzles, I will cover that with paper. And after the kids bring pictures of their parents, we will put, well, not just their parents, actually their whole family, sorry about that. We will put their family pictures back here. So they can come over here, grab a book, sit and read a book, or they can just come over here and look at their family pictures. And I've got quiet toys over here too, like these fun little watery toys, these little color timers and stuff. And these, they learn the first week of school. They can only play with on the rug, and they are quiet toys. You have to be quiet when you are playing those toys. I never put my magnets away from the last week of school, haha. I think I'll put the center signs out for my library and my magnet board. And this is kind of my little teacher area. This is my rug. So this is where we have circle time. And because my smart board is right here, I can't really be in the middle of the kids, so I'm always kind of off to the side. I usually have a calendar there. Kids' art that they make for me goes on that side bulletin board. But then I have a job chart that I put up there, weather chart, and I have a little birthday and letter of the week little header that I'll put up. So I'm gonna highlight those things. I just changed this area right here. The last time I was in, I haven't changed it in about 4 years. These are my alphabet anchor charts that when we introduce a letter of the week, after that week is done, it goes up here and we slowly build the whole alphabet. I left it up when I left last year because I'm going to actually mark where all the letters are up on that ridge where you can't really see it, but then I will actually know where to put the letters. I'm so terrible. I've done this forever, but I never mark where the letters go, and I just guess and eyeball, and then I have to rearrange the whole alphabet as time goes on. I got a new computer, but my monitor is so tiny. I'm not super happy with that, but beggars can't be choosers. So let's see what other area. Oh, I've got my sink and my sensory area. So I've got some signs that will go up over here to mark the sensory area. This is for the necklaces for the sensory area. And these hooks right here are where I put paint shirts. And my paint shirts are just short sleeve Oxford shirts from a local private high school. And then we put Velcro on the back. Let me show you, I've got some right here. We put Velcro on the back. These are covered with paint, but they've been washed over and over. Yeah, it's actually my old high school judge memorial. But as you can see, it's just an Oxford shirt. We put these on backward. There's Velcro at the neck so the kids can help each other off and on with their paint shirts. So I hang those over there. Okay, so I'm gonna get going and I'm gonna start setting things up. I did get one thing set up in the hallway already and I'll show you. Actually, I got a couple of things out there to show you. Okay, these are my coat hooks. This is where the kids hang their backpacks and stuff. It's all the way down this long hallway. And like I said before, my green is for my morning class, purple is for my afternoon class. So if I do a green purple pattern going down, they have all this space for their backpack. And how I affix these to the walls, we've got a little carpeted wall. So this has fuzzy Velcro on the back. You could use tape, or if you wanted, Velcro is kind of expensive, so I don't know if I'd do this, but you could do the fuzzy Velcro on the wall and stick that with the self-adhesive Velcro. And then the prickly, did I say fuzzy? This is the prickly, so I can do it. And then you could just match it up with the Velcro on the back. So I do the same thing that I do with the cubbies. I do alphabetical order by first name. And I had a lot of kids this year, not as many as some years in the past, but more than the past two. So I had to double up a couple of them, but they're not going to be here at the same time. And down in this area, I have a lot more space for all the backpacks and stuff. And I changed my border and my bulletin board. And then I'll show you, I have a teeny tiny parent information board. So this is my parent information board. When we choose parties and stuff, I'll put the list of party volunteers right there. My weekly lesson plan newsletters go right there. Any reminders for like picture day or whatever, I go there. I'm going to put pictures of all the teachers right here. Snack schedule will go there. I've got pick up and drop off times, and that's really all I have space for out here, but that's one more thing that I do to get ready for the school year. So like I said, I'm going to just get to it and get as much done as I can today and show you the end result. I wanted to show you my circle time desk area done. There's a huge mess on the floor, so I'm not going to show you the mess, but on my desk, I've got my chair in here, my stapler, my pens, staple remover, paper clips, where I put my stuff. I use this chime. Sometimes we'll have like almost like a little breathing meditation time. I do a really fun thing with that that I can tell you about a little later, but I've got my chime, I've got my Gerald and Piggy. These are fantastic. Eventually this board will have student art, like pictures they color for me, but I am going to show you. These both make a different sound. These are just attention getters that I have. Normally how we like get their attention to clean up, and when it's time to finish centers is we'll just turn the light off, have a light helper. But I've got my calendar up, I'm ready for August. For birthdays, I write the child's birthday right there, so the kids will come in and if they see a name there, they know it's somebody's birthday. When we do letter of the week, I'll put the anchor charts that you see up there down here, but I'll do an uppercase and a lowercase. This is my job chart. I'm going to change one of them. I have a marker monitor, and I'm going to change it to teacher's helper, I think. Teacher's pets, I got the picture of my little Margot right there, and I'm going to ask my aides to bring pictures of their pets. This is my teacher cart with my pom-pom for dry erasing, dry erase markers for name of the day, extra clips for schedule, magnetic letters for name of the day. Other things will be added here as time goes on, but I've got two whiteboards. One's for number of the day, it is not magnetic, and one is for name of the day, and it is magnetic. I just have a few like books and materials that I use over and over there. Visual schedule, and how we do our visual schedule is as we move through the day, we go from circle time to center time to story time to outside time and snack time. And we just use the little, I was going to call this a paper clip, but that's not what it is. It's clothespin. So I keep extra clothespins there. My teacher stool that I sit on to read books and stuff, I always have like some kind of visual up here. I'll probably add more, like keeping our hands to ourselves, like up in that area and stuff. But right now it's just stay safe and healthy, cover, cough and sneeze into your elbows. This is my weather chart. I love my weather chart. I've had it forever. I have it this size and in miniature. So if your job is weather helper, I pull this off the wall. I take the clothespins off, and then the kids use their fine motor skills and they tell me if it's freezing cold, cold, cool, warm, hot, super hot. So I say, that's how it feels to your skin. And what was the sky like? Sunny, stormy, mostly sunny, rainy, cloudy, snowy, mostly cloudy, windy. So that's what they do. We usually do that before story time, after we get in from outside. So I remind the weather person that they need to pay attention to what the weather's like. Another couple of things I want to show you is just, this is my smartboard remote, and I learned this from a teacher friend. I Velcro it onto my smartboard so I always know where my remote is. Down here you see I've got a teacher doorbell, just another attention getter. They have times during the year where they don't listen, and even turning off the lights doesn't help. And I hide my doorbell right there, but I can also just, it's Velcroed on there, and I can pull it off and bring it with me wherever I want. So this is basically my area and all my circle time stuff right here. This is the next section that I finished. I finished my magnet board section. I just like to start the year with some basic shape. There's my center signs, a basket with more magnet shapes in it. So we've got our shapes there. I've got my little peaceful spot with my cushions, all ready with my library. And I put a few books out on the shelf. Beginning of the year, I like to put out these, like, feet are not for kicking, hands are not for hitting, teeth are not for biting. The ABC book is great. The counting book is great. You guys, if you get any books at all this year, get Lego Ideas books because they are amazing and the kids love them. I go through at least one a year, and they are trashed by the end of the year because the kids like them so much. But that is my library area. And like I said earlier, we'll cover this with paper and put family pictures on there. So this is like their little quiet corner, and some quiet toys are up there. Okay, the next area I did was the block area. I've got my center sign, my necklaces. I only have 3 hooks, so I made note that I need 1 more hook. I'm not going to put anything out right now. No need. I don't have school for like 3 weeks. Here I am at Dramatic Play, 4 necklaces, my Dramatic Play sign. There's my storage room. I'm not going to put anything out here today because I don't know what I want there yet. Okay, so over here at Math, I put a center sign there and a center sign there. So I've got the half sheet one there, full sheet one there, put a bunch of my little shape posters and stuff up. I use this end cap of this shelf for Dramatic Play signs. I get pretty elaborate with Dramatic Play. So I'm just gonna kind of leave that, see how I'm feeling. Got a bunch of things I brought for my writing center this year on top of my shelves. I have 2 necklaces here because this is a super tiny table. If I ever have days where more than 2 kids want to use the writing center, I'll usually just open up another table. But I've got my center sign there, my art center sign. Took pictures of my shelf so I can see what I need. Paint shirts are hung up. Sensory bin sign and tags. Here's my sensory bin. Put out some paper towels. So it's coming along. So let's see, a literacy center. Took a picture of what I've got in there to see if I can make some labels, and just put a newer, brighter center sign up. So I'm getting ready to go. I've got a little header for my theme bulletin board. I think what I'm most happy with is this little circle time area because I really don't have much to do there. That makes me pleased. So that is my second day of setting up. Okay, there you have it. My second day of setting up. Just to recap, I got cubby names, coat hook names, alphabet line names, got my circle time area ready, clearly defined all my centers, got all my center necklaces ready, put out some supplies for each area that are new from home, and just little by little I'll get it done.